Hi everybody, Lulu here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making eggplant lasagna, which is a delicious thing to make in the summer. It gets a little bit warmer. You don't want all of the carbs and that heavy pasta. So we're gonna need 2 eggplant, some cottage cheese, mozzarella, and some ricotta. All right, so first things first, we wanna go ahead and make some ground beef. Just brown about 1 pound of your ground beef. And then today, we are actually gonna use store-bought marinara sauce. Any type of marinara sauce will do. So once this is browned up, we're gonna go ahead and we'll mix it together. We're gonna go ahead and add the jar of sauce. I've dropped the temperature down, way down. Once the ground beef is done, you don't wanna add too much heat because you might burn it. Again, this is just any type of tomato marinara sauce you've got. And then I'm gonna add some really fantastic prefab spices. We're gonna add some oregano. These are freeze-dried. I love them because they're always ready and they're always fresh. Some parsley. Whoop, a little bit of parsley there, maybe a little too much. And then some basil to sweeten it up. Let this simmer for about 20 minutes. Mix it on up. And then while this is simmering, I'm gonna go ahead and slice up our eggplant. Okay, so we have our eggplant. Make sure that you chop off this green part at the end because no one wants that. And then we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to use the mandolin. This is my Kevlar glove. Make sure you proceed with caution when using this type of machinery because you don't wanna slice your hand open. So I'm gonna take this kind of lengthwise, hot dog wise, and just slice right down. Slice right down. If you don't like the skin, you can totally take it off, but this is what we're gonna use as our lasagna noodles. All right, everyone, it's time to mix the cheese. I have about 1 cup of mozzarella cheese in here. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of cottage cheese right to the mixture, and then 1 cup of ricotta. Not everyone likes ricotta, it's very smooth. You can use it in baking. I like it because it's really creamy. And then you're gonna go ahead and mix it all together. This is what you are going to use to layer your lasagna with. And then next we're gonna go ahead, once the meat has cooled down in the sauce, and we will layer that in with this delicious cheesy mixture. Okay, it's time to layer your lasagna. First things first, I always put a little bit of spray in the bottom, just in case things get really sticky during cooking, just to help out a little bit. And then make sure you put just a tad of sauce on the bottom. Roll it around, gives a nice base for your noodles, which again are your eggplant. Sliced eggplant. Okay, give it a good shake, roll it around, and we're ready to go. All right, so take your eggplant and layer it in the bottom of your pan just like you would any other type of noodle. If you get close to the side, it's close enough. Now we're gonna layer. Grab some cheese. No amount, just by your hands, very scientific. And then just kind of spread and layer across the bottom. You can use a spatula, but I honestly prefer my hands. It's just easier. And then once you've layered the cheese pretty well, go ahead and put the meat sauce on. All right, it's time for the meat sauce. Cook's treat. Layer it across the bottom. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. All right, and then next layer of lasagna noodles, AKA the eggplant, just like so. Remember, your eggplant shouldn't be that thick. It should be very thin. Water will drain out as you bake it. You need them to fit, you can just break them as you go. We're on our last layer, which means that not only do I have way too many eggplant slices, but we're out of cheese. Oh no. So this is the top and final layer. And again, if you don't have it precisely cut, just chop it up with your hands. Okay, so there's this piece. And now I'm gonna take the rest of the sauce and put this on the top. Now, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you don't like meat, great. Just skip the meat. You don't need to brown anything. That's one less step. I'm gonna put this meat sauce on, and then we're going to put the mozzarella on. So I've ran out of my cheese mixture, but that's okay because I forgot to tell you, just use mozzarella on the top because you want it to crisp and brown up right as you're finalizing the bake time. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this and put it in the oven for 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes, depends on your oven. And then at that point, I'm gonna take the top off, woo, and we're gonna let the top brown up and crisp. Time has come to take my top off. Not that top. I'm wearing a dress anyway. All right, lasagna is done. And we want to crisp up the top. So it should look like this. The cheese is just starting to melt on the top. And we're gonna go ahead and put it back in. Really depending on how hot your oven is, between 15 and 20 minutes. You could even do it for as little as 5. Our eggplant lasagna is done. Look at this. It is perfectly crisped on the top. I'm gonna take it out and then let it sit for a little bit, maybe 5 minutes so it cools down, and then we're gonna serve and eat. Okay, I'm just cutting this and it is done. It is ooey gooey delicious. Let me see if I can get this on the plate. Oh my gosh. Yum. We've baked our eggplant lasagna and now it's time for a taste test. That is delicious. For more tips on easy life and cooking, please go to my blog at lulusjubilee.com, where life is best celebrated.